And we're back and here's Modi and the holy, blessed Rabbi Shlita. That's at the end.
Oh, you're right.
Gav Bellino Shlita. May all his days be blessed with nice sneakers and everything else that's important to him. He's with us. He just because he didn't leave, and
I have nowhere to go.
nowhere to go. And
We're doing back-to-back episodes
and
today.
Leo's here, and Periel,
Hi, I missed
Ashton
you guys.
Brown,
Still no.
Still, how many years? How many years has he known
Ashton
you?
Brown.
Can't get your last name right.
Ashton Brown.
Not even.
No.
Not even
even
There's
close.
so many added sounds in there that don't.
Oh my God, I had a horrible situation at the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, you didn't remember someone's name.
Amina.
Oh.
Oh
Don't say the name now.
no, I'm saying it.
What
so
happened?
Mateo Lane has a very close friend,
Right.
Amina Amani. And now, great name for someone
For
who's
you, oh, you
for me,
kids.
dyslexic and the whole thing and
probably.
stuttering and
It comes out Ani Mamin.
I walk by her, I go, hi. She goes, hi Modi. And I go, bye. I had the whole table and I walk away. And then she goes, Modi. I go, yeah. She goes, what's my name? And I was like, and that's and
so
if she
uncomfortable.
if I would have gone back without her asking that, it would have come out. It would have my brain would have triggered it off. But then I was like, oh no.
You blanked.
I completely blanked and I almost said Alicia, which would have just made her take the sharp knife and put it through my throat. But it was a horrible experience.
So what did you do? How did you pivot it out?
Can I say something about the?
No, hold on. I'll tell you. What I did do was the other three comics couldn't stop laughing. Reggie and I forgot who else was there. A few other comics and Will Sullivan. So I go,
Yeah.
Modi, shut up. They were just you just shut up and say you don't know. And it was a funny. You know the situation,
So their
right?
ridicule saved the interaction with her.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but it was like
I will say the Comedy Cellar is hard to be on your toes conversationally, socially sometimes because there's such a rotating cast of people that are constantly traipsing through the olive tree. I
Mhm.
mean, if you
no,
sit
but
there,
she's somebody I know,
but
and
I'm
love,
saying
and
when there's a lot
I've eaten
going
with her
on-
and her child, and I'm
What's her
I-
child's name, Modi?
oh that I have no idea right now.
All right,
but,
we need to
but-
move on.
But during but it's okay. Anyway,
Okay.
Do we want to talk about the assassination
Yes.
attempt?
Thank you.
Do we want to talk about?
No. Major historical event.
yes,
We have to address it.
we have to. We are usually not a political conversation, but
They
today
want to hear from us.
They
wanna
want to hear.
from
They're
us.
waiting.
That
They're on
is-
pins
They
and
need our
needles.
commentary.
Let's hear it. Let's go ahead.
The first thing that's amazing
It
is
is.
that everyone that is in support of Donald Trump is now walking around with a maxi pad taped to their
Amazing.
ear.
It's the pillow from the Pillow
Brilliant.
It's the Pillow guy.
Yeah, the My Pillow guys.
The
Making
My Pillow
them.
guy made these little things. He didn't, but
That's so
that's what it
funny.
looks like. Go ahead.
You go first.
What?
I'll
Hot
go first.
takes. You go
Yeah,
first.
let's hear it.
So Donald Trump took that bullet. Like he took a bullet. It did
Yeah.
hit him. It did hit him, and as if it like, I don't know how everything just aligns for him.
Literally, his literal
I don't.
ear.
It's
I don't know how
crazy.
everything aligns for him between his court case, which was the best political campaign that has ever happened for any president. He's in New York, a state that's not a Republican state, and he's coming out of court and connecting and bonding with coffee salesmen from the carts, from going into delis and going into and the country, and whoever loved him even more. And who
The pictures of him with his fist in the air and the blood coming down his face. I mean,
bravo.
Yeah.
You
Like,
give whether you
gorgeous,
like him or not,
beautiful,
you gotta give
editorial.
credit where credit's due.
where- editorial,
Iconic.
Editorial.
iconic,
Iconic.
iconic.
It's a
Since-
historical picture,
He
historical
knows his
moment.
angles.
He knows his angles. That mugshot girl, the
Yeah.
little pouty face mugshot.
The mugshot he has,
Yeah.
it looks like James Dean. It's a James Dean. You know, the hardest thing that one of the hardest things in comedy besides travel is the promo pictures. Leo puts on the date, we're doing promo pictures for your next tour, and it's like, I'm like, oh, It's literally like a 15-hour flight somewhere. You go with suits, you get dressed, they put makeup on you, and you're doing hey and and Leo knows how to direct me so I don't look like an idiot. Whoever directed Donald Trump for that mugshot,
Yeah. Perfect.
bravo.
Perfect.
Bravo.
Do you think he has a secret gay?
I think he must have.
There
yes.
has to be
Oh,
because
there's
Melania
gays-
at the
Yeah,
RNC.
it's called the RNC, exactly.
By the way, during the RNC, if you looked and on the
There was a video going around TikTok of someone in the stadium where the RNC was being held on Grindr, just swiping through like
That's amazing.
0 feet away, 0 feet away, 0 feet away, like
They're all there,
all
they're all
blank
gay.
profiles of just like closeted people. But Melania looked amazing.
Melania, wow.
She looked great.
She looked insane.
I do want to talk about something, and it's not an opinion. It's just kind of like I kind of talked about it with you this morning.
Yeah.
Is that something I'm trying to parse out and figure out? Is that you posted a clip from the Comedy Cellar. We were talking about Kamala Harris, and you didn't say anything pro Kamala or anti Kamala. You were very neutral. You were more just talking about it in general, the fact
Just
that the news
content.
happened.
That was funny.
People weighed in both sides, being like, I can't believe you support Trump and this and that. And then also like the other way, like they just construed it however they wanted to construe it, even though you didn't like say anything really. And then something that keeps popping up is like, you know, Jewish people, and you guys will have to help me walk through this as someone who's not Jewish,
Please.
you know, keep hopping in being like, you know, the Democratic Party is the worst thing that could happen to the Jewish people, blah, 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 blah. And then like another Jewish person will comment on their comment and say, oh, well, she must really hate her Jewish husband then. So then it becomes this idea of like the candidate's proximity to Judaism. You know, like so like Trump, they're like, oh, neo-Nazis and white supremacists love him, but his daughter's a Jew and he's good for Israel. So it's like, so there's the Trump Jews. And then there's the Jews who are like, you know, super Kamala or whoever's going to be the candidate. And their whole thing is like, oh, well, the Democratic Party might be, you know, iffy on Israel, but she's married to a Jew, so she's okay. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I do.
This like personal proximity to Judaism and how it like
Right.
affects.
So she
how
has a
people are
husband. Kamala has a husband who's Jewish, and Trump has a daughter who's Jewish. So Trump has in the White House seen somebody do negelvasser before making hamotzi on challah. That's a part of his vision, and then there's nonstop every Jewish holiday you see Kamala's husband at a seder or lighting a menorah or doing all of that. Okay, so that's so that they have equal. They both have Jews in their lives.
Yeah, but I'm saying what's interesting is seeing how Jewish people choose to interpret that.
Right.
Well, that's just
No.
it's neutral. It's just
Is
it's a neutral reality, and then you perceive it, and then you project it in the way that you think. If you're against her, so then it's a point against her.
Well, I think Jewish people's problem with the Democratic Party was like that they wanted to pull out a lot of support for Israel, right?
Right.
And
Which
yeah.
go ahead. Which I by the way, everybody just says whatever they want now. Nothing. There is no truth to anything being said by anybody. We in our house at the same spot on our sofa where we watch RuPaul's Drag Race religiously. Both Leo and I in Clean Baby.
Oh, people loved that. But keep going.
In Clean Baby, Leo took his shower, had his smoothie. I was sitting there. I try not to lay down so I don't get tired and I can still get to sleep. And we watched from the beginning to the end of Donald Trump speak at the RNC. And at one point, I literally remember Leo like this, going like this, goes, I'm in. I got it. I'm mesmerized. He goes, I am completely mesmerized. This is, I'm in. I goes, I get it.
Someone get me a MAGA
There was
hat.
there's nothing
Oh,
there
God.
that has
Oh,
any
no.
credential to any millions millions were lost, and
Well, his
because of
voice.
Biden,
And he's funny.
and it's funny.
He's funny.
And I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, there's a speech. When he was on the speech, whoever wrote it did an amazing job. But whoever is moving the speech along has to stop when he goes on the rants.
Oh, the prompter.
And then has to make sure that the rant doesn't have something that's coming up. So they might have to move it up forward. What a hard job that is. But he went and kissed the helmet of the firefighter.
Oh,
He
the
went and
theatrics.
the theatrics.
His voice also is very like
His-
like meditative.
He's a
This one was-
showman.
They tried to
This
shoot
one
me.
was like-
They
this was like
missed.
Malava Malka voice. It was
Malava
it
Malka.
was-
What is your view on this? Because you're a little.
What a wasted line if
What-
nobody
I want to hear
gets it.
Periel's.
Hold
thought
on, I want this clip in there. Donald Trump spoke in Malava Malka voice during
What
the
is
oral
that? I
history.
don't even know
It
what that
was
means.
very-
Oh, I'll tell you what Malava Malka is. Okay, so Shabbat has you wake up Friday night, you have Friday night, you go to synagogue, you come home, you're hungry, there's a meal, the whole day's gone, you just sang these beautiful songs in synagogue, you can't wait to eat. Then Saturday morning, you wake up, you go to synagogue, there's the prayers, and you're hungry, there's a beautiful meal, you're hungry, you're ready to eat. Now you're full. You go home, you take a little nap, you come
I'm
back to
lost.
synagogue, and there's the third meal. It's called Sudat Shlishit, Shalosh Shudas. And it's called, and you're sitting there like, when is this ending? And now someone makes a Dvar Torah, and they're like, and that's kind of like how he was.
Right. It's like end of so Malava Malka
That's
is
a
really
wonderful
after
pause.
Shabbat.
You can
He's
cut
like
this
the,
out
it's
if
the
you want.
fourth meal.
It's the
the
third
fourth-
meal. Whatever, it doesn't
No,
matter.
that's Shalosh Shudas is the third meal. Malava Malka is the fourth meal.
Is the
But,
afterwards,
it's
right?
like Saturday night.
Okay,
Malava
so
Malka.
just
Okay,
tired and out of
You can
it.
cut that whole thing
Okay,
out.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
glad we stopped for that. That was great.
Sorry.
All right, the $1 million real question
No,
is
$1 million. She's already
That's
putting a
so-
price on this question. This better be amazing.
Yeah.
Big
let's
time
see.
scratch.
Go ahead. No.
Is Donald Trump going to be able to make peace in the Middle East?
Who the hell knows?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, can I say
mean,
something?
that I think there has been such division between the Democrats and the Republicans with Jews. The Jews have historically been almost full force Democrats,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, since October 7th, you have seen a very serious fraction in that,
Yep.
right? And a
Yeah.
lot of Jews are saying that the Democrats are pandering to far, far left wing Hamas sympathists, which are different than reasonable liberals, to be very clear about that. And that's the question. Like, they have lost a lot of support.
I
and
guess I'm curious to see how. I feel like a lot of voters are being pigeonholed and forced into being single issue voters.
yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
On now it
it's-
just boils down because I'm not Jewish, so I have the privilege of thinking considering other parts of the platform. But if I was Jewish, I would only vote on Israel, basically.
But
right?
that, I mean, no, because there
I
are
don't
other
know.
things
I
that
don't know,
there's
you're-
there's
I'm Jewish. I'm gay. I'm.
you want to have an abortion if you want to have an abortion. You want other people to be able. I mean, there's women's rights, there's education, there's gay rights, and of course, it's not just Israel though. It's Western civilization. It's anti-Semitism.
I mean, it's really allyship is really fragile and it's really like intertwined and it's complicated. Here we have the guy who is so good for Israel purportedly, who's also the same person who's going to be so bad for women's rights and for gay rights. And that's that's absolutely what we're seeing now. We've now conflated being good to Israel
Right.
with being anti-gay. And that's how we're in this
Right.
mess on college campuses. This is how every progressive that
Right.
we would have loved before this is now against us.
But
So,
what Modi said is true.
Again, this is a comedian. This is a comical podcast, and I know we went into politics. So on a level of a comedian's thought like this, the world is run by maniacs right now.
Yeah.
But the world is run by Putin is a complete nut job crazy person. The guy in China is Mishigatim Toit also is also completely crazy. The guy, the
North
Korea,
Korea.
no, Korea. Trump is then saying, "Hi, you haven't seen crazy yet. I will show you a level of crazy that will scare the crap out of all of you and put you all in line. Iran, you're running under crazy of religion. I will hold this Bible up and get this country into a frenzy that you have never even imagined.
Yeah, but I don't want to live in that
We
country.
don't want that kind of escalation.
But you don't want that. But you also need to have somebody in that White House who I'm not anything. But I'm just saying that people are thinking like that too. We need to have our crazy in there.
He's right. I
I
mean,
am right.
because who are those lunatics going to take seriously? Another
Right.
lunatic.
Another lunatic. They say, "Oh, this guy's crazier than we are."
We used to,
This car.
my
what?
friends and I used to have this slogan of "Kampf Meshiga mit Meshiga."
Yes.
Right? You fight crazy with crazy.
100%. You can't fight crazy with Joe Biden is a neshama. He's a soul. He's a soul. Listen to his old speeches. He's a soul. But that's not what we need.
I do think I think history is going to remember him very well for
Who?
deciding to drop out. Joe Biden.
Yes,
Even
100%.
Even if Trump wins again or whatever, this and that, I think they're like, this is a man who served his country for like decades.
Terrible life. He had a terrible life.
Terrible life.
Tragedy in his
Lost
life.
the son, all that. No. And
Yeah.
did great things for gays, for women, and
No, he did flip flop on issues as time went on, but that's normal if you're a career politician.
Right.
So like,
And
but he's too old.
he's
of
too old.
course.
And
Of course.
You wouldn't let him drive home at night from a
it's-
restaurant.
no.
He shouldn't
Oh
be able
my
to like
God.
run the country.
100%. He was like my grandfather when he hit the homeless man's shopping
But that's the
cart
point that
and didn't even notice and just kept driving.
Oh my god.
But that's a point that goes both ways also, right? We like to say, oh, it's, Biden, he's not great for this, but the people around him know how to run a government.
Right.
Right. And so then we could say the same thing about Trump. His personality and his criminal record might not be something that we feel much affection for, but the people around him might be able to govern effectively.
No, the problem is this. The problem is, and this is not my opinion. I'm taking this because I get to sit in on these shows with Noam,
you're
who's
with me.
talking.
Right, yeah.
They're talking, these are like the great minds who are saying that everybody who worked with Trump at the highest level is saying, do not ever give this guy the keys
Yeah,
to
they
the
saw
White
scary.
House again.
Yeah.
That having been said, I really, really, and I'm not endorsing him, so nobody get it twisted, but I really do think that photo that Leo was talking about with the hand and the blood, this guy is winning
I
this
mean, Mark
election.
Zuckerberg said in an interview, it was the founder of Facebook said in an interview that was the most badass picture he's ever seen.
ever. And
A
Elon Musk, who runs Twitter,
Yeah,
X,
he's
whatever.
gone full MAGA.
He's
Elon
full
Musk.
Yeah,
and
full
MAGA.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, what an amazing line he had in that speech. He goes, they're anti-MAGA. MAGA means make America great. They're anti-making America great. I was like, where did he pull that? It's literally
John
on
Gotti.
the level of bring your friends to the comedy show. That's Mashiach energy. It's we listen to anybody listen to this podcast. We are not casting our votes for anybody.
Yeah, I'm scared of both of them. I'm not.
I just don't know what.
Today.
But then again, luckily, I do believe in God. I do believe that the right person will land in there. I do believe that the country, you get what you are.
But if
you
Trump-
get what you are, let me tell you, we were this weekend up in Hudson, New York. We have a friend whose name is like Jew. It's like literally, it might as well be Benjamin Horowitz. It's such a Jewish name. And he's a gay guy that bought a house on a lake, and there's the lake in front of him. He has a little dock, so he has 2 jet skis and a pontoon boat, a pontoon boat. And he's a gay Jewish guy. Next to him, the dock next to him, is the pontoon boat with all the Trump flags flying. but like in every color, white background with blue Trump, blue background with white Trump,
Oy,
red
oy, oy.
with blue, blue with red, all over the boat.
Wow.
He's next door to Yachi Yachovitz. He's right there, and like that's welcome to America. Do they get? I bet you they're like, "Hey, how are you? Good.
100%.
How are you? Are you using the garden we recommended to you? Good for you." But he's got the Trump going up, and he's got the this.
There's a strategy here too, right? Like this morning I was reading the news and there's been this whole debacle, and I think what you said is so true. People are saying anything.
Yeah.
They could say anything. It doesn't matter. None of it's
Yeah.
true. That
Making
they
up
said that
acronyms.
Kamala said that she's not meeting with Netanyahu, which wasn't true, and all of this. But in the midst of all of this, Donald Trump released a message
No.
that he had gotten from Mahmoud Abbas, who had sent him a note saying he was glad that he was okay after he got shot. And what did the note say? It said, Mahmoud, so sweet. Thank you for worrying about me and hoping that I feel better. I'm very much looking forward to making peace in the region. And he's releasing this before he's announcing that he is going to meet with Netanyahu, which is insane. So now this guy is putting on his political platform that under his presidency, he is going to be the one to make peace in the Middle East.
I again, I don't know what to tell you, and
It's insane.
I think Trump caught on to one thing that the Jews are you cannot you can't the Jews, as small as we are, you have to take care of the Jews. They've been around forever, and anybody that ever went against them did not do well. That did not end up well. And it's a thing. It's a thing that he hopped because
But it's like if he loses the vote, they're gonna just do another insurrection again.
I hope whoever wins by a landslide.
No, but
that
no
is
matter how, even if
unlike
it's a
any-
landslide, he's gonna say it was rigged.
Even if he loses the election, he still knows that he has an army behind him, and I don't know what he's gonna do. But what can I tell you? You have to believe there is a God, and you have to believe that. And again, by God, there's an energy of oneness, of unity, and that's trying to get to us to where we need to be. Yeah,
You're putting a lot. You're putting a lot of faith in that, huh?
Yeah.
I put a lot of faith. I put every day I wake up in the morning, I put faith in that. Every day in the morning, I God put me up. God, the energy of oneness and unity, put me alive today to create a little more Mashiach energy. I put a lot of faith in that. I put a lot of faith in
Well,
that.
I hope you're right.
So that's.
Do we like is it Kamala?
We still don't know.
Kabbalah?
That was the joke that he posted about the seller. It was like whether or not he was mispronouncing her name.
I said her
and
name,
then everyone took it as like
Oh.
an endorsement.
and
I didn't
the
see it.
room went Meshuggah.
Yeah.
The room, I said, and what do you think of I don't know how I said it, Kamala or Kamala? It's Kamala. It's Kamala. I said, what are you? what?
Camilla.
You think
Camilla?
you just
No,
fell out of a
it's-
coconut tree?
Now I remember it as Kamala because she looks like she's on like some serious benzoids that are just like calming her down. So Kamala, that's how I
Alright.
remember it now. Listen, if you look at that, she's been a whatever she's.
The reason why I
prosecuted.
think she could win is because of the way I see Gen Z, who are now voters,
Yep.
reacting to her campaign on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, etc. She changed her Twitter header. Kamala Harris's official campaign Twitter
Yeah.
changed it to the Charli XCX album art. Charli XCX is a British pop star who is like very big right now with the kids, and changed it to say, from the album art, she changed it to say Kamala 2024.
Right.
And like all the kids are doing like the memes with it. They're like remixing her speeches with like pop songs. I'm like, and these kids are voters now. Like
What's
they
this
are.
brat thing?
So Brat is the name of Charli XCX's last album that came out this summer. It's called Brat. Brat means a girl who likes to have fun, doesn't play by the rules, whatever. That's what Charlie said in an interview. And it's funny because Fox and Friends and CNN have both had sit down like talking head discussions about what brat means, because Charli XCX tweeted when Kamala announced, when this whole thing went down, she tweeted, Kamala is brat in all caps, BRAT. And so now CNN and Fox News have to and it went viral. And then CNN and Fox News had to sit around and be like, what does this mean? And they had to get like some young person to come on and be
Well,
like,
also the
this is-
coconut.
oh yeah, the coconut tree. Have you heard about the
No.
coconut? Oh my God.
By the way, last night I dropped it at the comics table and no one knew.
No, it's a thing. It's a huge thing.
There's
a
I think
party
it's a gay
tonight.
thing. I think it's a gay thing.
There's a party tonight at City Winery called Coconuts for Kamala. It's a dance party fundraiser. It's a thing.
What does it mean?
So she made this unhinged speech. Again, she's on some combination of like mood stabilizers or benzos or something, because when she speaks sometimes it doesn't make sense. But she was at this event. I showed you the video where she goes, you something, you think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all that came before you. And people just took that line. You can go on
means
TikTok.
nothing.
Go on TikTok, search coconut
Nothing.
tree. Search coconut tree, Kamala Harris on Google. You'll see it's a thing. It's trending. It's like, I'm telling you, tonight in New York City at City Winery, there's a dance party fundraiser for Kamala called Coconuts for Kamala. And
By
it's
the
like
way,
a tropical luau
I-
theme.
I say she's not. I hope she gets the speech thing done. Trump gets up there, and let me tell you something. As somebody who has spoken and performed in one of these political situations with the cameras and the red, white, and
The
blue,
press box.
the press box, the entire back of the room is people tweeting your jokes as you're saying them. There is a high. There is an insane high. Your adrenaline is flying. You can't get, when you get that joke, it wants you to the next high of the next joke. Trump has it. He loves it. I don't think she does. I don't see her. I don't
But
see.
maybe that's what makes
maybe
her good
she
for the
might
job.
change.
I
Maybe-
hope
no.
she's amazing. I don't know. I really genuinely hope that she is amazing. But
Who do you think she's going to pick as her VP?
By the way, on that same note, our friend Matt Brooks spoke at the Republican convention, and he had that run. He got two big jokes. When you do those conventions, they rate you on the applause breaks. He had two right up front, and that you could see in his eyes. Here's the high.
Mhm.
He literally looked like a crackhead. High, more. I want more applause breaks. And he just you're working for the applause breaks. The
Taylor
applause,
Swift.
applause. How's that song go?
I live for the
Applause,
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 for the
That's who
applause,
she's gonna
applause,
pick.
for the- Then that you take and then for me. The applause,
I know Gaga. What's the matter
applause,
with you?
applause.
Think
Give me
I live
the
under
thing
a
that I
rock?
love. I put a love.
Okay, so anyway,
Everyone
so-
search applause by Lady Gaga.
Okay.
And
Wait,
search
so
coconut tree.
The assassination.
Also, while you're searching, go to A&H Provisions. They are the best hot dogs, best Glock kosher meat out there. They are our friends. Seth, love you. Kosherdogs.net, promo code MODI, and you get 30% off your first order. And send pics. Let us know how much you love the meat and how much of a big discount you got on your first order. Thank you, A&H.
you know what? I got dragged to Costco the other day
I
by
love
my
Costco.
oh my husband loves it. It's
I'll go with
awful.
I haven't
Oh,
been in a Costco in maybe 15
You're
years.
not missing anything. But you know what I saw there, and I got so excited.
What?
A whole shelf of A&H.
Oh, good for
yeah,
Seth.
Good for
they
Seth.
carry. They carry a lot of A&H
I don't
at
go to Costco, but on Instacart you can order from
Yeah, yeah.
Costco, and I do that. And they
was-
have really good coffee.
They have
I was-
very good coffee.
I was in Costco recently, and so a person asked me where something was. I didn't know, and I kept on going. And then someone else asked me, and someone else.
It's
I
all
realized I
Instacart
was
shopping.
wearing the Costco sweatshirt.
Oh my
Like the
Kirkland?
dumbest person alive. Yeah.
How do you have a Costco sweatshirt?
He does have
I
one.
ordered all of them.
He has a Costco
Yeah.
sweatshirt.
Does
I've
it say
seen him.
Kirkland or Costco?
I have both.
I've seen him
Oh
do
my
Friday night
gosh.
services in that
No.
Costco sweatshirt.
Oh, no.
And your
Maybe.
Louboutins?
Okay,
Yeah.
I will. Everybody relax. I
Okay.
have seen Rabbi Bellino do Friday night services in a black T-shirt,
It was warm. I
It
wore
was
towels
warm.
Ariel
over
has
it.
her notes app
and then
open.
you have the capote on top of
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That's a look.
It's a look. It's
That's
a look.
something.
It's for
That's
sure.
something.
Which, by the way, I really want to get people to our shul. We have the best shul in the world. It's so choose your own journey in your own corner, and people just need to come into 6th Street Synagogue, please. What's the website?
6thstreetsynagogue.org.
6
SIXTH, yeah.
SIXTH.
Oh, wow.
Synagogue. You're kidding me. I have no idea. 6thstreetsynagogue.org. Come. I might be doing Friday night services there. I might be doing Shachris or most of the next day's services. There's always something to eat and yummy afterwards. And the Dvar Torah, the rabbi's speech, is amazing. Always super thought-provoking. And really
There's
shows
like 4 minutes of crowd work before.
there is. You
Yeah.
do crowd work in your speech, and so it's something that's available for everybody that lives in the city. You can train there, drive there, whatever you want. There's it's an amazing shul, and there's amazing events, and now there's a comedy series happening there, I guess. So that's it. That's my plug for the shul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You make it better. You make it great.
Yes, it's a great shul.
Make 6th Street Synagogue great.
Yeah, we
again.
made those yarmulkes before it stopped being funny.
Yeah, you did.
It was
did.
a disaster. Yeah. Wait. The assassination attempt, though. You said it all lined up. Do you have like conspiracy theory friends that are going crazy on this topic?
I have
No, do you?
conspiracy theory,
Oh, my
Leo.
God.
I am the
Are you that
conspiracy
guy?
theory friend. On this particular thing,
You think
no.
it's
What
real?
you think it's
You're
like
a glass?
Are
or
you
something?
asking in terms of like, is it a deep state inside job?
Yeah.
Anything? I mean, what's your theory?
I think it was a fuck up. I think it was a really big oversight. And
How? How?
I just think it was. I think something fell through the cracks. I don't think it was like, because people are saying it was like some deep state thing trying to take him out.
They said it took forever for the Secret Service to get that guy who shot him.
They got him right away.
No, they had told him.
someone fell off a roof. or
Yeah, they
something.
were like, "There's a guy on a roof," and they were like, "Oh."
Yeah, well, the director
know
of the
that
Secret
deeply in
Service
there.
resigned.
I don't know. He
That's
got to that
right.
roof. If you see the picture of the kid, he's white and has all his teeth, which means he can go anywhere in the world he wants.
Mm.
Okay, so he got to that roof by just getting on that roof.
Right.
And
And if he
then-
looks weird,
and no
he's
one-
amongst the biggest mishugam in the
He's
country.
he's
I
among
mean-
he's amongst the craziest people on earth,
yeah.
and so he
Blends.
just I'm gonna go on the roof and watch him.
Do you want to know
Okay.
my latest conspiracy
Oh,
theory?
yeah.
And this is something that no one put in my brain. This is something I've put together on my own.
All by yourself.
Okay.
No.
All right. At the gym,
Yes.
when they're playing on those TV screens above the treadmills, what are they advertising lately? Like hardcore, like really pushing, making a push for this. Full body deodorants, full
Ew.
body deodorant sprays, full body deodorant roll-ons. I even saw on my Instagram a full body deodorant pill that you take every day to help deodorize your like sweat glands or something.
Wow.
Okay, now let's break this down. A full body, and they show in the commercial a girl in a towel,
Yeah.
and she like cheekily like sprays under her crotch, like it's for everywhere.
Oh,
Okay,
my.
so now let's break this down. This is not new technology, aerosol deodorant. Okay,
Right.
aerosol cosmetics, farm, whatever. This has been around for a while. So this is
Right.
not a breakthrough in technology we're experiencing. So why are they making this hard line push for full body deodorant? This is because they're going to start rationing the water. The water is going to be rationed. They're going to start controlling it, and and maybe not now or next year or the year after that, but it's a psychological thing that they're prepping us to get ready for.
And you don't think they're just targeting people in the gym who might be
No,
all
because
smelly?
these ads are everywhere, and you're going to start noticing them.
No. At the gym, I don't watch television. I don't watch news. If I'm at a certain gym, and luckily the gym that I go to, the Equinox I go to, that doesn't have the screens. But when I do go to an Equinox that does have the screens, so now you're jogging or running or doing whatever you're doing, and all you see is they have MSNBC, Fox, they have CNN, and all it looks like, it all looks like, because I'm not listening to it, it all looks like Trump has already won the election. That's what it looks like.
Oh, we're back
And
to
then you
Trump.
have the ads for the catheters and for all the
and
stuff.
full body deodorant.
What
I
is
never
that?
saw.
What does that
Did
look
you watch
like?
The Big Short?
No.
about the housing crisis that was
No.
based on a true story? Did you watch that?
No.
Oh my god, amazing!
Sorry.
Won the best picture of the year or something that year. At the end of the movie, it says based on a true story, blah blah, and it talks about the analyst or the guy who like basically predicted the 2008 crash.
Yeah.
And it says, as the credits are starting to roll, they do one of those like black title screens with some text and goes, oh, and by the way, this is based on a true story. And the person who figured all this out says the next incoming crisis is a water supply shortage.
Oh,
And he's
my
investing all
God.
in.
And has invested all his money
Luckily,
in water.
Israel has figured a way to take salt water from the ocean
desalination,
and
yeah.
make it to drinking water. Yes.
I believe you just because it's you.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Did
Like,
Jeffrey
which one?
Epstein kill himself?
No, absolutely not. If anyone
Okay.
thinks Jeffrey Epstein actually killed himself,
Okay,
I agree with
one
you.
conspiracy theory
I agree
period,
with
and then
you.
we have to start wrapping this up.
what?
We have to go.
Not
We
yet.
have like 8 minutes.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
No, I thought you were doing quick.
I think the
conspiracies.
CIA killed John F. Kennedy.
Oh, I
Okay.
think it was the mob for this.
I think someone that was an inside job, and I think I'm not saying Bush did 9/11, but we definitely knew something was up
Wow.
before it
Did we
happened.
land on the moon?
I'm starting to think no.
I think
Oh
we didn't.
my-
I'm starting to think
I'm in total
no.
agreement.
There's no way. How have we not been back? We did that in the 60s?
We
Are
were
you
back.
kidding
They
me?
went
No,
back.
we have not put a man on the moon. There has been
Yeah,
no
we have.
man.
We can't
No,
get one of
no.
these space shuttles up and then
We
back.
can't even get Delta to take off this week. You think we're going to go to the moon?
Yes.
You're telling me they went to the moon in
We
the
didn't go to the
60s?
moon.
Oh my!
We
they
made it up.
didn't-
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
recording
That
it.
Okay. Next.
But you should all go to see me.
We should have a whole episode where I just get to go talk about conspiracy theories.
Absolutely.
Wait, one
Absolutely.
second though. One very important question.
Yeah.
Have you finished reading Anna Karenina?
No.
What
I
page
ha-
are we on?
No,
But
I
he
have
finished
not.
another book in between.
No, so I mentioned I bought Anna Karenina, that my copy of the book was very not good quality. Periel very, very nicely sent me a beautiful hard copy, nice version of the book so that I can start reading again. I will say I have not finished it, but in the time that you've sent that, I've started and finished a different book. So
That's helpful.
it's The Guest by Emma Klein. It was very good.
Very
First
good.
of all,
Yeah.
I searched for like a really beautiful copy of that book. I finally found one. I sent it to him. He never got it. I had to call Amazon and yell at them.
Oh.
Did you get your money back for the first one?
I
Or
don't
like-
remember.
I'm
Whatever. So
sorry.
it doesn't matter. That's not the point.
You sent it to their PO box, or you sent it to the
No.
apartment?
No, I sent it
Good
to
question.
I sent it to the real secret address. And then they finally came and they're like, now you have to read it though.
No, I will read it. I will read
Yeah,
it.
but
I
it's-
will read it.
Okay,
what was I
next
saying?
question.
Not-
Oh,
Nothing?
you
What? Go ahead.
which unconventional animal do you wish you could have as a pet?
I don't know what
Oh.
that means. Like a snake or something? Like an unconventional? What does unconventional mean?
I
Like in
get
this-
really
Like,
jealous. I get really jealous on Instagram when you see those people who are like wildlife rehabilitators who like raised like a puma from a baby and like now like the puma like likes them and they can just hang out with them. I get jealous. I'm like, I want that. That's cool.
That's because you grew up with Steve Irwin as like
You
your
know what I'm talking
personal
about?
hero.
Yeah.
When they're like, it's always some like crazy Russian guy who has like a bear living in his house, or like
Right.
it's like a
Zero.
puma, or like I don't want it as a
I don't
pet, but
want
I'm
it.
like, that's cool. That's a cool connection.
It's cool
you
to
have.
watch.
Yeah,
I,
fun.
if we're talking about animals, I wish that my building would become a no
Oh.
dog zone.
100%.
100%. The unhinged people that live in my building, these poor people
We
that
need to
live in
bring
small
back-
I mean, we have this massive apartment and we don't have a dog. These people who live in these cockamamie small 700 square feet and they have this little dog that doesn't stop barking. How do you bring in a dog that doesn't stop barking when you share a 5-inch
Yeah.
wall with your neighbor, you unwell idiot? Anyway, that's the only thing I have for animals. On the other hand, anything you want to plug before we finish up?
No,
Un-
gotta-
Unconventional animals.
Unconventional animals. That's
Join
what
us
you-
for Tisha B'Av. Hey.
I'm gonna
We're now
read-
in the
should
3
I
weeks.
read- Should I
We're in the
read
3
through
weeks
the,
before the 9 weeks before
Oh
the 2
no!
days. Yeah.
I
wrong?
hate this part.
I know
Wow.
it's like my least favorite time of the year.
You do this to
Um,
me every year.
What? No.
I
Okay,
always
this
forget.
Sunday we're in West Hampton for 2 sold-out shows. By the time you're listening to this, those will have already
And they
happened.
will have been amazing.
July 31st in Raleigh, North Carolina.
yes.
August 1st in Nashville, Tennessee. August 3rd in Atlantic City at the Borgata.
Sold out, no?
Then we go to Australia. There's like single seats left for some of these shows. Melbourne, August 24th. Then on the 25th, we're doing 2 shows in Melbourne, a 4 p.m. and an 8 p.m. show. Then we go to Sydney for August 29th. I think there's like single seats peppered in still around for those shows, so you might not be able to sit together. Then you're in Tel Aviv, September 12th at I can't say the venue name.
Echad Tarbut, the Brofman Center.
Yeah, that's also we're in the final tickets left there. That's like back row available. Zurich on November 4th is sold out. London, November 6th at the Palladium is sold out. So we added a show in February of 25. It was just the venue
February
availability.
27th. I remember the date.
And our schedule didn't line up, so we have to fly. We're flying back for everyone who didn't get tickets to the first show. Skokie, Illinois. We had a show on November 14th that sold out, so we added a show the day before on November 13th. There's still tickets available for the 13th. St. Paul, Minnesota, November 24th. Montreal, November 30th and December 1st. 2 shows there. Then we're in Denver, Colorado, December 5th. And then we end the tour with 2 shows in New York City, December 18th and 19th at the Beacon Theater.
Wow.
Great.
Ken, I know. Okay, shkoyach on that. And let us know what you think. Thank you so much for listening in. We love you as much as you love us. And if you don't love us, kishin tuchas. And
Kishin
and
tuchas.
that's it. Thank you all very much. And see you at the next show and at the next podcast.